I should not have to pay to feed you and probably 15 children.
That everyone should have the ability to stockpile 2 years of food because
you're the one living the luxury life, no job, still getting paid. See?
So apparently when the EBT cards stop, somebody online says coochie is dropping to $40. And the internet went wild. What started as a joke turned into a full-blown debate about struggle, entitlement, and accountability. Welcome to 2025, where food stamps, flexing, and survival all meet at the checkout line. Let's get into it.
Coochie is going to be $40. It is now $40.
See, that line right there, that's not comedy anymore. That's the economy talking.
But then he said that he was conflicted about the video, so he apologized. So someone sent me that video and said, what about you? Are you going to apologize? And I thought carefully about it. I really did. I gave it a lot of videos like that, or this hot 40.
Because they be having their card filled up all the way to the top, and then they pull out that card, they ball it. Projection. So what you're trying to say is you're struggling and you can't afford to fill up your cart with your money. Maybe you should be trying to get the card too. All right. It's not honorable to be struggling with a little tiny basket and saying, I'm just getting what I can afford. And then looking at other people because they don't want to experience what you're experiencing. Of time. And you are looking at other people who are saying, hey, I want my piece of the pie. Either get your money up or get your EBT up when inevitably EBT comes. But now you're laughing at other people because they're going to have to be more like you. Please, they're going to find a way, because anybody who ever got EBT has found a way. You're still going to be struggling because you think.
She basically saying don't judge broke people unless you're ready to admit that you're a grocery trip away from swiping the same card.
Let me say this, I'm going to say what I want. This is my mouth, my lips, my tongue.
That's the energy right now. People tired of being shamed for surviving.
And let's cook it up. Let me tell you something, baby. This is coming from a person. I never got food stamps. My mother didn't qualify for food stamps. My father didn't qualify for food. See, they family, everybody is not buying snow crab legs and selling them like your auntie. Everybody is not selling their EBT. You have some people who are really needing EBT to survive and provide for their babies and provide for their families and provide for their households and be able to feed themselves. And you have to understand this. Do your research.
This is where it gets real. When EBT stops, chaos starts. And she's not wrong about that.
Desperation calls for outrage. Desperation is dangerous when you have people in a place and they can't feed for their family and they can't feed their kids and they can't feed their household. People will do anything to survive. And you have people who look like me and you, who are brown just like me. You have people who are working a 9 to 5 right now, right? And they can't pay for food. So what happens to the grocery stores? What happens to the small grocery stores when people can't go in there and buy food? But you have people who look like me and you gloating about that shit like everybody is one check away from being homeless.
That's the quote of the week. Everybody online acting rich until rent, it hits the first.
And you have people on here writing statuses about what they need to do and what they need to have. You have people who get EBT who work a 9 to 5. You have people who get EBT who are not out here doing the.
We're not eating for Thanksgiving. Oh shit.
Care about EBT so much. I seen a man tweet on Twitter, and I ain't gonna say his race because that don't really matter. We talking about rich or poor, but you can get. Basically, he was saying how it irritate him so much, like it for his blood, bro, to see EBT eligible on cookies.
Imagine being mad at that kid that got cookies while billionaires writing off rockets as tax brackets.
I got mine today. There's people that's disabled that need food stamps, that cannot work. Elderly that cannot work, that might need Section 8 and need help. Crazy. I know that, and that's facts. I guarantee that get food stamps and Section 8 or Medicaid probably work just as much or harder than some of you that don't get it. So like I said, hater vibes. What it is y'all big mad that y'all didn't qualify or couldn't get the shit.
Is talking about how like it doesn't really matter what people buy with their EBT cards because it's really not your business, right? And she was inundated with comments like, "It's my money, it's my business," and then people saying that people should only be allowed to buy healthy things. If it's my money, I want to know what they're buying. I want to know exactly what they're buying. And it's funny for 2 reasons. One, you don't actually give a fuck. Billions of your tax dollars are airstriking brown children right now. And you don't give up. So that's one. Two, if these people went and bought all organic or only health foods, you'd be in the comments like, I can afford health foods and I work 40 hours a week and the government, over. And that right there is the key part that you seem to be missing, that the people who are getting the benefits are not the people that are you over.
In a way, the EBT benefits from the American people. This is what I just heard a creator say. And so now my thought process is what? Because clearly you could not have been fully aware. So then that makes me think, when most people are voting, like this past election, were we just woman or a woman?
And here's why the reality sets in. People not talking about politics, they talking survival.
Local food bank. If SNAP benefits run out on November 1st, there's going to be a lot of people in my community that are going to be directly impacted and are going to be very hungry. And frankly, I'm just not okay with that. Now, I made a video talking about this yesterday, and there was a lot of people who were like, this is awesome. I'm going to do this in my community. Like, we're going to, this is great. And a lot of people were like, well, it's not really bridging the divide if you call people who voted differently than you stupid. And I'm going to throw it out there. I never called anybody who said that. I don't really know if people got that from the video, but I don't think that how you voted determines if you should be able to eat tonight. And frankly, why I'm raising money for my community, because it doesn't matter how you voted. You're still part of my community. This is still where I live. This is still where my children are going to school. And I still think everybody here deserves to eat. So if you've made it this far, thank you again. My local
$20K on a spoon holder, and they'll be like, this rich person is right. But if a poor person does anything, they can't pour correctly in any way. If they spend their EBT on something with more than 1 gram of sugar, suddenly everyone's the food police. Like, can we so for real right now? We have a man who's trying to become a trillionaire, and you guys think the people spending EBT on cupcakes are the problem. Are you serious? The point of it is so they...
I'm just gonna say what everyone is thinking. You're losing your food stamps. You're losing your free medical. This is how broken the system is. I work over 40 hours a week. And you're telling me that I'm paying into a system that I cannot benefit from? But you want to come on the internet and complain about losing your free benefits that you've probably been on for 10 plus years on a brand new phone? We are sick of it. We're done. We're sick of it. We don't feel...
So I'm just going to say what everyone is thinking. You're losing your food stamps. You're losing your ability to feed your children. Now y'all are just getting a taste. I should not have to pay to feed you and probably 15 children. What part of I'm only comfortable with my tax dollars going to blow up children in Gaza do y'all not get? I'll be the selfish one. My kid comes first, even though nobody said that I shouldn't put my kid first. But he comes first. Now...
Classic internet hypocrisy. Everybody's fine with their taxes bombing countries, but feeding families, that's where they draw the line.
Pay back over $3,000. And yes, like, you pay back even though it was their fault? I do. Because what you have to pay it back. And that's why I said read all fine printing, because on the paperwork that I tore out the front before I fill out paperwork, it says, even if it is our fault, you're still paying it back. I ain't gonna lie, if I catch that girl in the streets, she gotta see me. Nah, I'm gonna take my time pay this back, because I mean, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's my head talk for real. Gotta pay people back their money. Slowly but surely. You know? Trying to not apply.
That's the side nobody talks about. Once the system messes up, you gotta still pay it back.
You're the one living the luxury life, no job, still getting paid. See, you think this is because we don't care, but really this is because you don't care. Are. I'm not selfish for wanting more of my money to go to me. I work, I budget, I sacrifice, I skip luxury so my family's needs are met. See, conservatives weren't get some weird satisfaction out of people losing them, but that's not what this is. Out of all of our control, but you get evidence of where other people, it's messed up that it's other people's money. No, you're thinking I need to start looting, stealing, and burning. You don't care that some of us are out here grinding while others are finessing the system and then throwing tantrums where the money stops.
Talking about EBT not coming through, but not knowing all the first ones on the list to get robbed when that EBT don't.
I don't give a fuck what none of y'all gotta say. I love food stamps. Y'all talking about this a damn embarrassing. Here y'all is. I love food stamps. Who wanna speak the hell I look like? I don't see the shame in my game, baby. Swiping past.
Looking like a backyardigan and Kool-Aid in the background. You niggas got kids and black families on government assistance and they think this shit's cool. Some of the top searches on Google is getting EBTs this month. Being dependent on the government for assistance is not an accomplishment. You should.
On one hand, you got people complaining and crying that they're not getting their food stamps. And on the other hand, you got people that's loaded.
For those of you laughing because I'm on welfare,
$4,000 worth of food stamps every month. Now look, if you ask me, The whole food stamp thing is controlled because people have been living off. This lady is a perfect example of one of those people. How you getting this much money on your EBT card every month? Not only that, she admits to having 5 streams of income. So if you got 5 streams of income, what are you doing on the county?
One source of income. But if you had multiple, if something like this were to happen where EBT gets shut down, you still have your other sources of income.
You getting $3,000-$4,000 a month within food stamps? Why is people out here struggling, hungry? I need some damn food stamps. Shit, I could use $2,000-$3,000 a month in food stamps. Yeah, bring that here. But all BS aside, I think that the program could use some reform, right? It's a lot of people that don't need to be on there. There's a lot of people who have been taking advantage of the system for it.
Someone literally tried to call me out because I get EBT, but I drive a 2025 Benz.
What?
And if I get EBT, yes, I get $2,700 in food stamps.
Come again? We care. We.
And I'll be put.
All right, now you playing with people's emotions. Like, come on.
I'm just here living the life.
I don't want to give her the benefit of the doubt, but at least she know her worth and know what she. And to be honest, she probably is well put together because she is living this life. And that's what's wrong with America.
Those that are on EBT, you guys are saying that come Saturday, you're not going to have food to feed your family.
Oh my God, right? I'm also so worried about all the families that claim they're not going to have enough food come November 1st. I mean, stamps would imply that they have food shortage issues, but let's see where you're going with this.
Right now, I have probably 2 years worth of food in my house for emergency purposes.
That's so great. So are you going to donate it?
Emergency, or in this case, the Democrats can't get it together and open the government.
I mean, it's sure I'll say that Democrats also play a part in that. Sure, it's definitely to do with the fact that the president vetoed us from being able to use the emergency funds. And then even after he was told that he has to use the emergency funds, he said he would just cut the system off. So that way they don't have access to the money. So yeah, definitely all the Republicans' fault. But anyways, you're so concerned about the hungry people, right?
You're literally going to say you are going to starve. You have the right stuff to have in your cabinets. If you're on like candy and sugar.
You realize that the average food stamp recipients receive about $200 per person per month. A lot of people receive even less than that. I know personally people that get like $50 a person that are on food stamps will use all of their food stamps by the end of the month. And this is not including them buying a bunch of crazy junk food. Usually the ones that I know are just buying the necessities to get by. It is extremely privileged to say that everyone should have the ability to stockpile 2 years of food because you're assuming that everyone has the space to store it and the money left over to pay for it. Because newsflash, most people on food stamps are barely getting by. So while you're bragging about the fact that you have 2 years worth of food that is stockpiled that you're going to sit on instead of letting other people use it during a time of crisis, instead of talking about how we can give solutions and feed the people that are hungry, we're just going to shame them for not using their
privilege in one sentence. If you can store 2 years of food, you already living in a different America.
I think about the whole EBT thing, and it's before y'all get in my comments with all that bullshit. I don't qualify for EBT. I'll be buying it off. But follow the plot. I was on Facebook trolling about this whole topic and this whole ordeal. Y'all main argument was y'all want people to get jobs. What jobs? I know y'all know that Indeed ain't hiring nobody. And I just seen something go viral about the sex traffickers taking people from the interviews. What jobs? What that happens? They think I'm more pissed off because y'all consider me middle class and I'm broke. You see me on here posting 7 reels a day for additional revenue because my 9 to 5 ain't paying for the lifestyle I want. Stop playing in my face. For me to still have 4 hustles and a 9 to 5, for y'all to take money out my check and tell me y'all gonna feed the less fortunate and the people in need. Yet I'm looking at, and y'all done took the funds and the Americans is still at need. I'm pissed off. I got an EBT card. I said you was gonna give them. I'm so mad. Where'd my money go? Not me being a hard-working American, a content creator, and I'm in need of EBT my damn self. You not gonna tell me you not gonna give the people the money you said you was gonna give the people. Where the money go?
And this is where tension snaps. Working people mad at broke people, broke the system, and nobody is asking where the money really went.
Shut down and possibly not getting like their food. But I just want to say this. Y'all know y'all president shit. I really feel like this man is going to swoop in like he's Superman shit on tomorrow, or maybe even the 1st, and be like, oh, he likes to come in like Captain Save the day. He likes to create pandemonium. He likes to suffer because he's such a stupid, arrogant, orange. Watch what I tell you. Just watch. And if I'm wrong, I'll eat that shit. But watch. I guarantee.
Whether you hate or defend EBT, remember this: desperation don't care about politics. When the system cuts off, everyone feels it. Welcome to America in 2025, where $40 is a joke just exposed a $4 trillion problem. See you on the next one.